Hello everyone, I'm Chester44, St. Annie's Filai, and welcome to this Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights, Tyrants of the Moonsea. Last episode, we walked around town and managed to gather up a trio of companions. We've got Aster Greysteel, who is a warrior, pretty much exactly like me, Lyressa, an undead rogue, and Aramis Silverwind, a half-elf mage. We already had one brief fight against a bunch of mercenaries, who had a contract on Sherilyn. We'll tell her in a minute. First, let's talk to whoever else is up here. The young man before you pales visibly as you approach. His voice quivers when he speaks. Good night, madam. Who are you? My name's Lashan Waters. I was enjoying a drink downstairs, but the inn became so crowded that I decided to return to my room. Do I make you nervous, Lashan? Yes. I mean, no. Why should you make me nervous? I mean, I'm not doing anything that I shouldn't, so I have no reason at all to be... Lashan is unable to finish his sentence. Are you sure you're not up to something bad? Me? I really can't tell you, so please leave me in peace. Just tell me what's wrong. No, it's nothing. Please leave me alone. I don't mean to be rude, but I came upstairs to get away from people. Are you some kind of thief? You look suspicious. I can't help it, madam. If anyone found out what I was planning, I would end up in the stocks. Then who would rescue my father? Come now, you can tell me. Well, I guess you don't look like a bad sort. I'm probably a dead man anyway, I'll tell you. That was interesting. My father was caught being overly critical of the brawn. He must have had too much to drink. He's still getting over the loss of my mother, and he drinks to ease the pain. One of the Brawn's deputies apprehended him. After he finished beating my dad black and blue, the deputy dragged him off to the lock tower, and I haven't heard from him since. I tried speaking with the Brawn earlier when I saw him drinking, but he told me to get lost. The lock tower? Yes, the Brawn's personal keep in the north of town. The Brawn rules Vunlar from there with the help of his lieutenants. There's also a big jail there where he leaves prisoners to rot. Those that aren't placed in the stocks, I mean. Who is this Brawn's deputy? I don't know his name. The Brawn has a half-dozen lieutenants, and they're evil-tempered to a man. Or woman. The female deputies are just as vicious. So what are you doing here? One of the Brawn's deputies is asleep in this room. He's drunk, I think. I'm going to threaten him or steal his keys to the lock tower so I can rescue my father. Do you have any experience with this sort of thing? No, not exactly. But by whatever other choice do I have? My mother is dead. Without my father, I have nobody. I must do this. My name's Luca Narani. I might be able to help. Really? You're a true hero. I don't have anything to offer you except my gratitude. How do you plan to get into the lock tower? If you charge in and start threatening everyone, you'll risk bringing the Brawn's wrath down on the entire town. Any suggestions? You could try getting into this room and seeing if the deputy has a key on him, or else you'll have to convince whoever's on guard duty at the tower to let you in. Leave the details to me. Thank you so much for everything. Please rescue my father. Deputy Grimswald. I see. Unfortunately, I don't think I can pick them. So I need to convince the guard at the door. Oh, a chest here. Potion of heal, very much want. The Moonsea. Not gonna bother reading that in a moment.
I'm glad you came so soon. We have much to talk about. Your arrival in Vunlar was fortuitous. The Moonsea needs a hero.
So, I found this note on the body of an assassin in the other room.
I was half expecting this at some point, but not here and not now. Malthea's hatred endures despite the passing of the years, it seems.
Please tell me what's going on.
My father was on the Hillsfar Council many years ago, when the city was still under democratic rule. My mother was from a powerful elven family of traders that had settled in Hillsfar. When Malthea staged his coup and overthrew the council, my father was one of the few who actively rebelled. In response, Malthea sent a group of Red Plumes to arrest him. The last glimpse I had of my father before I was forced to flee Hillsfar was of a broken man, suspended in a gibbet in the center of the city.
That's monstrous. I'm so sorry.
My mother was wild with grief when the news came that Malthea had decreed all non-humans must leave the city immediately. She refused to leave, but my grandfather, together with Kaelor One Hand, forced us to flee for our own good. My grandfather was a great elf, a famed adventurer before he retired to become a trader. He went to where my father hanged and killed him with a single arrow, ending his suffering. Then he challenged Malthea, calling him a coward and a murderer. He was cut down by Red Plumes, though he took several with him. The rest of my family headed west to Evermeet, but I stayed, vowing to someday gain vengeance on Malthea and free Hillsfar from his rule.
Well, that is an honorable goal.
The Harpers took me in. Since then, I've been working to undermine Malthea wherever possible. I've been back to Hillsfar twice in disguise. The last time, I was almost captured. It seems Malthea was angered enough to send hired killers after me. Well, that's my story. I'm grateful you foiled this attempt on my life. But I'm sure more will follow. Regardless, it is time we discussed the Order of the Crippled Fang.
Indeed. You seem to know a lot about me.
You hardly arrived here without a reputation. My contacts in Shadowdale informed me you were passing through the area.
I want to know a little more
As I
about
said,
you.
I'm a harper. I do what I can to make folks' lives a little better, whether they realize it or not. My past is a troubled one, and not something we have time to discuss right now.
Tell me more about the Harpers.
The Harpers are dedicated to holding back evil, preserving knowledge, and maintaining the balance between the untouched wild and civilization. Unfortunately, that makes us unpopular in places where evil folk wish to rule unopposed.
Well, then the Harpers fight for worthwhile causes.
That's what I was hoping to hear. Your reputation speaks well of you. I'm glad you live up to it.
Well, let's discuss the Order of the Crippled Fang.
The attack on Vunlar won't be the last. I can't remember a time when I was glad to have the Zentarim close at hand. But without them, the smaller towns and villages of the western Moonsea would be unprotected. Zentalkeep and Hillsfar are the two major powers in the region. Their constant tussle for control is all that enables the common folk to enjoy their freedom. The Order is upsetting the balance.
As a Harper, you care much about balance.
That's correct. You know much about the world, friend. The two cities are like an ogre and a troll fighting over a captured halfling. As long as the two are distracted by each other, the halfling gets to live. A miserable existence, to be sure, but life nonetheless. If the Order attacks continue and Zentalkeep loses power, Hillsfar will gain the upper hand. Malthea hates non-humans with a passion. The Zentarim merely seek to control towns such as Elventree. Hillsfar would have the entire population murdered. There are more immediate concerns. Fiends roam the roads, and merchants are refusing to travel. Food is not being delivered, and very soon people will go hungry. The next few months could be disastrous for the Moonsea region.
Well, I won't allow that to happen.
We have much in common. You are every bit the hero my report said you were. The reputation you've amassed speaks highly of your skills. The Moonsea hasn't seen a hero like you in a long time, perhaps since the days of Shalbal and Men of the Blade. If anyone could defeat the Order of the Crippled Fang, it is you.
Will you assist me in this quest?
I will lend you whatever help I can, although I fear I cannot travel with you. My skills are more suited to observing and information gathering than to adventuring. Still, I have allies that can help. The leader of the Temple of Shantia in Vunlar, Lady Shrey, is an old friend and a Harper ally. She possesses a key to the eastern gate that leads out of town. Once you leave Vunlar, you should follow the road east to Hillsfar. The Zentarim believe Hillsfar is behind the Order of the Crippled Fang. I have my suspicions that this isn't Malthea's style. But still, it's a good place to start.
You seem to know this Malthier well.
I know him well enough to want him dead. Steer as far clear of him as you are able. He's a ruthless man who fears nothing, and his personal power is great.
And what can you tell me about the city of Hillsfar?
It is arguably the most powerful city in the Moonsea. Malthea rules it with a tyrant's grasp, and those who get on the wrong side of him usually end up fighting for their lives in the arena.
I must travel east to Hillsfar and uncover what I can about the Order of the Crippled Fang. Alright, I'm ready.
I'm afraid there's more. Hillsfar has locked its gates, possibly because of the roaming fiends, but more likely due to the threat of a Zentarum attack. War looms ever closer. I have an old friend serving in the Red Plumes. His name is Kalor One Hand. Tell the guard on gate duty that you have urgent business with Officer One Hand. He will see that you are allowed in.
Thanks for the advice.
You're welcome. I believe in you. The fate of the people of the Moonsea depends on your success. Remember,
I'm ready to leave.
Shrey at the Temple of Shantia holds the key to the Eastern Gate. Good luck, hero. May Tymora favor you.
Alright, so that's our plan. And we do have a couple companions. I wonder if we'll be able to get another over at the temple. It would be nice if so. And I believe I can sell some of this loot that I've picked up. We'll sell it in a bit. First, well, I guess we can start by going to the temple. A lot of priestesses. There's Lady Shrey.
Hail and well met.
The blessings of Shantea upon you, Luca. Welcome to the bounty of the goddess. My good friend Sherilyn told me you would be honoring us with a visit shortly, so I opened the temple. The Bronze Fury would be great if he knew, so please say nothing of this. I want to talk about something. Certainly, Luca. Anything you wish to know, please ask. I'm surprised the Braun tolerates your church here. In truth, he would like to see our heads adorning the spikes on the town walls. However, Vunlar is a farming community, and the townsfolk are grateful for the guidance we provide. The Braun wouldn't dare move against us without great provocation. Tell me about Shantea. Shantea is the goddess of growing things. She is venerated by farmers and others who work the land, as well as mothers everywhere. I like to think that all of Faerun's mortal creatures are her children. Let me see your goods. I wish I could allow you to simply take whatever you require, but the temple is struggling financially and I need gold to replenish our stocks in the event of another order attack. Still, you will find our potions are cheaper than elsewhere. Okay. Monk items, of course. Staff of Curing. Huh. Cure serious wounds. Nice. And you do have potions of heal. Staff of the Holy, Wand of the Heavens, Rod of Resurrection. Ooh, what is this battle axe? Dorgan's Defender. +2 armor bonus, and it's a +3. Okay, pretty nice. I am going to go ahead and sell these various items. I would get more at the other place, so I'm going to save that. Aramuth, you can go ahead and take the Greater Spell Mantle and the Wand of Missiles. That would be useful for you. Lyressa, you already have +2 bolts. And Astar, you can take these bolts so that you have them. The rest of these items we're going to sell at the main merchant.
And well met.
Sherilyn told me you had a key to the East Gate. That is correct. I left the safety of the temple with a couple of my priestesses after the attack to see if I could find any survivors amongst the town guard. They were decent men, dreadfully unprepared for such an assault. One of them had this key on his body. Sadly, few among the Vunlar guard survived the assault. These are dire times indeed. The town is largely defenseless against another order attack. Worse, I suspect we are also at risk from a threat from within. Or rather, that is, from beneath. What do you mean from beneath? Vunlar is very old, and there is a network of tunnels and catacombs beneath us that few are aware of. Ever since the Temple of Bane was established here centuries ago, their priesthood has laid the dead to rest in those catacombs. Gormstad and his priests have been very quiet the past few weeks. I surmised from the strange chanting coming from within their temple that they were enacting unholy rituals to raise the dead, perhaps to use as weapons against the Order of the Crippled Fang. The priests are all dead now. Yes, and if there's one good thing to come from the Order attack, it's the weakening of Bane's influence here. However, it seems Vunlar now has a horde of directionless, uncontrollable undead beneath it. I fear they are attempting to find their way to the surface. Do you have any evidence other than strange chanting? On several occasions, priests of Bane have been spotted going to the old abandoned house in the west of town. I suspect there is an entrance to the catacombs there. Townsfolk have also reported strange noises echoing up from beneath their very floorboards. I'm going to investigate these catacombs, then. I would advise caution. The priesthood of Bane is exceptionally skilled at necromantic rituals, and the undead down there are likely to be different to anything you've seen before. I'd hate to see you killed before you've even left Vunlar. I'm grateful for the concern, my lady. The abandoned house I mentioned is just west of here. Please go careful down there, Luca. Was there anything else you needed? Not at the moment, thank you. Okay. Well, I still have a little bit of time. How about we see if we can rescue the guy from here? Let me just drop one more save. Also, put this key over in here. Okay. Let me drop one more save. Alright, let's see if we can convince them to let us in.
Sorry, no can do.
The cragged face of a man appears out of the window above. He stares down at you for a few seconds and then snorts. You hear amusement in his voice. So you're the one who put the hurting on Borstag, eh? His lordship wasn't pleased. You're lucky the Order chose that moment to attack, or I'd be down there with the other deputies clapping you in irons. Where's the Brawn? He's in his room being attended to by a couple servants. You'd better not still be here when he recovers. None of the deputies helped during the attack. Who can blame us? We're here to keep the town rabble in check, not battle fiends and the like. I want to enter the tower. Let you in? Why would I do that? Be on your way, quickly, before I'm forced to do something about you. Oh, you don't have the courage, fool. Insolent dog, you'll regret that. Comrades at arms!
I will win the day!
Well, probably not the best way to do it, but we open up the gate. You know what? I probably shouldn't have done it that way. Give me a moment. So, question.
No can do.
What if I grease his palms? Are you offering me a bribe? Questioning my loyalty to the Brawn? I'm insulted. No amount of gold could ever weaken my resolve to guard this gate. Perhaps 1,000 gold will change your mind? Perhaps. Then again, the Brawn would kill me if he found out. No, stick your bribe where the sun don't shine. I'm not interested. That's a shame. You look like you could use 10,000 gold. 10,000? That's more than I'd earn in a lifetime in the Bronze service. I'm coming to unlock the gate, but you'd better not try any trickery. Oh. I'm taking a huge risk here, but who am I to turn down that much gold? Give me what you promised, and I'll be on my way. I need to get away from Vunlar before the Brawn finds out. That'll do nicely. I'm out of here. If you have anywhere near as much sense as you do gold, you'll do the same. Nope, they're still hostile to us, so I think taunt is actually better. Taunting is better simply because it saves me a load of money.
Sorry, no can do.
Okay, I did it once. Let me try again. Like, it's pretty clear that taunting is the best way in. Damn it.
Can do.
There we go, got it. Okay, that's in the way, but... There we go, now I can attack. Nice knockdown. And Norik is down. Okay. Now we go in and deal with the deputy in here. Not much I can do about it, but... And a battle horror. Honestly say I didn't expect a battle horror to show up. Oh, down goes that battle horror. Plus 2 great axe is nice. Full plate, regular full plate. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9. This is just 8, so not worth it to take. Okay, well, let's clear out what we can here. That leads to the dungeons, which is where we will need to go, but let's take a look at these other rooms, or this other room. That leads to the second floor. Oh, let's loot what we can in here. Not gonna bother with a fire trap, it's not worth anything. Arrows of the Vampire, sure, random, but why not? And a fire opal. And in here... This must be where the Braun discusses matters concerning Vunlar with his deputies. There's a large book at the end of the table. The Gentarim. Big Beast Crushing Hand. Vunlar again. Acquired item Braun's journal. This large book seems to be a journal of sorts. The final few pages are heavily scrolled with notes from the Braun's last meeting. Most of the notes are largely irrelevant, but a few catch your eye. I need to replace that drunken lout Grimswald. Were he not mildly useful as a scapegoat should the need arise, I'd fire him immediately. The Order attack on Teshwave has disrupted our food supplies. Vunlar can't afford to spare even a cup of grain. Things are going to get ugly before long. Where's the damned backup Gentle Keep we're supposed to send? There are strange noises coming from beyond the town walls, and I'm starting to get nervous. I'm going to order the gates locked until reinforcements arrive. Right. Well, let's head down to the dungeons, see if we can free that guy's father. Let me just drop a save first. Alright, down to the dungeons.
Sorry.
Oh!
No can do.
It's firmly locked and requires a key to open. So I guess we gotta go upstairs to get it. Gotcha. Which means we're probably going to deal with the Braun again. Okay, no worries. We can do that. Second floor. In here is nothing. In here is a chest of drawers containing gold piece and +3 amulet of natural armor. I'll wear that. More armor, definitely good to have. Alright. Another deputy and another battle horror. Oh, that battle horror went down quickly. And down goes Jaina. Oof, more full plate. Very heavy. Astar, you, if you don't mind, just put that there. Crossbow of accuracy. Ooh. Okay, that is a nice crossbow. I will say. Probably not going to use it, though. I could give it to you, so that you have it as an option. Yeah, I'll give it to you so you have it as an option. What do we got in here?
Vunlar is safe for the moment.
Oh,
Well, if
didn't
we're
mean to
gonna
talk to you. Go into here. Looks like there's a third floor to this place. Deputy Dazel. I am killing all of the deputies in here.
My blade shall lead the way.
Oh, down goes that deputy. +2 large shield. Prison key. Ah. So we don't have to go up any higher if we don't want. But I think we will. +2 Morning Star. +2 Halberd.
Can't carry this much. Lose some of it.
And a +2 Short Bow. Which should go in the place of the Masterwork. Once again, Astar, if you don't mind, just hold on to this. Sorry about that. Well, I think we can take a look at the 3rd floor. Let me drop another save. Alright, let's take a look up here. Oh, does that go to the 4th floor? Interesting. This is a tall tower. Oh, chest here. What do we got over here? We have another chest in the back. Okay, go ahead, put those there, put that there, put that there, put that there, put that there. Okay, these are private rooms, I guess, where the people stay or something. In here we have Deputy Chadi. Oh, down goes Chadi with a +2 katana. Man, I am getting so much good loot out of this. An armoire. And the last room over here. What do we got in this one? Another armoire and a cabinet containing +3 studded leather armor. And neutralized poison. And this contains a swordsman's belt and some gold. I can wear that swordsman's belt. Alright. Might be just one more level up. I think this episode is going to go a bit long because I do kind of want to try to finish this tower. I mean, I had the time to spare, so why not? Let me drop one more save before we go upstairs. Alright, up we go.
Sorry.
This
No
door is
can
locked
do.
and seems to be barred from the other side. Evidently, the Brawn doesn't want anyone in his private chambers while he's incapacitated. Alright, in that case, down we go to free the guy. Little bit of running, but it'll be fine. There's the stairs down. I mean, I'm sure he's gonna be a little upset about the fact that all of the, that all his deputies have been slain, but we're here to rescue a guy. And here's the dungeons. It is very dark in here. Bit of loot here. +3 healer's kit, floor spar. Coins, and a +1 bolt. Potion, bullets of smiting, lightning arrows. Right, let's start checking all the rooms. no one in there. Prisoner in here is dead. Priestess of Saloon Robe and a vial of dust. This dust occasionally emits a spark of pale silver light. Piecemeal or... I feel like this dust might be important. I'm gonna keep the 2 just in case. Okay, there's a bunch of rats in here. Rats are easy to slay. May as well. The stench emanating from the cell is truly vile. A rat-gnawed corpse with +10 thieves' tools and rags. I'm not gonna bother with the rags. Okay, one more location to check. Benart Waters, there he is.
Huh?
Lashan's father is pathetically weak and wearing nothing but rags. His voice is a hoarse whisper, barely audible.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
My name is Luca. Lashan sent me to rescue you. The old man's eyes go bright and he lifts his head a little.
Lashan? He sent you? But what about the bronze deputies? How did you get into the tower?
Don't worry about the details. We need to get out of here.
I can barely walk, lass. You'll have to carry me.
You don't look like you weigh much. Let's go. You throw the old man across your shoulders with little effort. He's all bones, barely heavier than a small child. The smell, however, is enough to make you feel queasy. It would seem that Benart Waters has not seen his namesake in weeks.
Can't carry this much. Lose some of it.
Benart Waters. I can use Stinking Cloud once a day. He weighs 50 pounds. I'm sure if I do this, he'll be fine. Surely. Cannot be given away. Okay, I can't. Fine then. In that case, Astar, we need to make some room. Okay, that's all you can carry. You can carry a fair bit. There, that's enough. Let's get him out of here, and then the episode will be over. In fact, I'll cut it while I run back. Oh!
Thank the gods I'm out of that accursed tower. Much longer down there, and I don't think I would have survived.
Your son is waiting for you at the meet. The old man looks down at the rags covering his bony frame.
I need to get ready to flee Vunlar. It isn't safe for me here. If you'd be so good, Luca, please inform Lashan that I'm waiting for him at home. The gods bless you.
I will do that immediately. Give me a quick moment to cut through it. Alright. Lashan is gone, as is Deputy Grimwald. You have a bad feeling about this. If Lashan has been caught snooping around, there's only one place he's liable to end up. Oh. Well, this is something we're going to need to follow up with downstairs. Which I'm going to have to do in the next episode, because this one's gone on long enough. A bit longer than it should have. So, next episode, we'll see if we can find out what happened to Lashan, and I am concerned. Till then, I am Chestic44, also known as Falai. That is Luca Narani, Aramuth, Astar, and Larissa. This has been a Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights, Tyrants of the Moonsea, and I shall see you all next time.